Action.
My dear students, I hope all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Long time has been passed. We are away from our studies. Today we are going to take one class on English. The topic is only on voice. We know what is voice. Voice is the form of verb which indicates whether the subject does the work or something has been done. It is divided into two kinds: active voice and passive voice. Passive voice. To know the voice, first we shall have to know three things of a sentence. One is subject, second one is verb, third one is object. We know what is subject. The doer of the main part of the sentence, doer of the verb. It is known subject, and what subject does is verb, and out of which, or the help of which verb is done by the subject is object. Suppose we eat rice. We eat rice. Here, subject is dominant. Subject is the main part of the sentence. Subject is doing the work. Subject, we eat rice. Here, we subject, eat verb, object, rice. This is the active voice because subject is doer here. Subject is doing the action of the verb. So, if we compel the subject to do something, we know that is passive voice. And according to the Nesfield, Martin and Nesfield, there are three kinds of voice: active voice, passive voice, and quasi-passive voice, quasi-passive verb voice. Active voice, it is we eat rice. Here rice is object. There are four rules of changing voice from active to passive. To change the voice, we shall have to detect three things: subject, verb, object. And along with this, we shall have to know the conjugation of verb, know the conjugation of verbs. That is the first participle form of the verb. Here, eat is the main verb of it, and this is in first present indefinite tense. This sentence is in the present indefinite tense. So here object should be changed into subject of passive voice, rice, and auxiliary verb will be is and more verb eaten, and then by preposition and we objective form us. Here we eat rice, passive voice will be rice is eaten by us. In this way, you can change some simple words from active to passive, such as they eat banana. They eat banana. Eats she eats mango. Here you should change it easily. Here we shall have to know about the simple present past tense auxiliary verb. Am is, are, was, were. Am, are, is in the end first participle of the form of the verb, and preposition by should be set before the same. Here subject will be I, object will be me. Object will be me. Subject we, object will be us. Subject he, object will be him. Subject she, object will be her. Subject they, object will be them. So, if the sentence is in first indefinite tense, such as we ate rice, we ate rice. Here, the previous rules, subject will be changed into object will be changed into subject of the passive voice. Rice was eaten at first particle eaten by us. Then we know different types of verbs such as buy, bought, bought, cry, cried, cried. Had bought, will buy. Here, defective and future indefinite tense will be defective verbs. Are those verbs who cannot express their meaning. Suppose we simple tense, present indefinite, past indefinite, and future indefinite. Future indefinite. Rules are same. The object of the passive active voice will be subject. Then, according to the rule, present indefinite amida should be put out before the first participle of the verb, and first on the case of first indefinite tense was should be put out, and in the case of simple future indefinite tense, that is I shall see a tiger. আমি একটা বাঘ দেখব। Here subject I shall see verb a tiger object. A tiger will be subject, will or shall will be seen by me. In this way, you can change in the case of continuous tense. If to change the continuous tense, you shall have to put another auxiliary verb being. Any continuous tense, you shall have to put is being, are being, am being, was being, were being. In the case of continuous tense, we are such as we are making tea. Here subject we are making, verb tea, object. Tea will be subject, tea is a only ing will be being. Made first particle made by us. In this way we can change. In this way we can change the voice of first continuous tense using it, using was or were instead of am, is, are. Such as they were catching they were catching fish. Here they subject, fish object. Fish was being caught by us. This is the change of first continuous tenses. First continuous tense. Fish was being caught by us. In this way, you can change all continuous tenses using being, is being, are being, am being, was being, shall be being, and such as. This is the there are so. In a nutshell, if we know about the voice, we can see that voice is the form of C. The object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. Active voice er object কর্ম, passive voice er subject কর্তা হয়. The subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object in the passive form voice, generally preceded by the preposition by. Active voice subject, passive voice object এ পরিণত হয়, তারপর সাধারণত by বসে. The main verb is changed into past participle form and it is preceded by the correct form of the verb to be in the passive form. Active voice এ ভার্বটি হচ্ছে. There are some verbs with two objects. There are some verbs with two objects, such as the cow, gives us milk. Here, the cow, Gabi, gives verb us milk. Two object. It is subject, it is verb, it is object, it is also object. You may take any object as a subject. We are given milk by the cow. By the cow. Yeah. Milk remain retained object. Once and or you may also change in this way. Milk is being given us by the cow. By the cow. Milk is given, not being. Milk is given us by the cow. In this way, you will change the active voice if there are two objects. One object remain unchanged. That is known as retained object. That is known as retained object. By change of assertive sentence, I do the work here. To change the voice of interrogative imperative, if the verb in the active voice express order, request, advice, etc., the word let's is usually placed at the beginning of the passive voice and the verb is placed before the first participle of the main verb. But if the sentence being with please an active voice, you are requested to say used in the passive form. In such cases, intransitive verb may also be changed into passive with you are requested or another form of the thought. Do this work, such as to change the voice of imperative sentences. Do change the voice of imperative sentences. To change the voice of imperative sentences, you shall have to notice that যেমন do the work, do this work. This is imperative sentence. Here there is no specific subject. So here you should use let. Let this work be done. Here you may use by you or may not. You may use by you or may not be used. Let this work be done, such as do not laugh the poor. Do not laugh the poor. In the case of do not, negative sentence, though it is imperative sentence, let not. let not the poor be laughed at. Laughed at. Let not the poor be laughed. Don't laugh at the poor. Don't be. Let not the poor be laughed at. Be laughed at. Be laughed at. Here, let should be used, then not, then subject will be object will be subject, and could be verb as a, and main first participle form of the main verb laughed, and then a preposition will be remain unchanged. This is imperative sentence. In the case of interrogative sentence, to change the voice of interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. The main rule is same before, that an interrogative sentence is active. Voice keeps in interrogative form in its passive form. It will be remain in the same form in passive. If the interrogative sentence begins with the auxiliary verb do, the process of the changing is convenient by the changing into the assertive first and then into interrogative. But if the interrogative sentence does not begin with do or begins with word, it can be directly changed into passive. Do you see the bird? Do you see the bird? Such as, follow my example. Do you see the bird? Here, subject you. You may hide. Do you see the bird? The bird is seen by you. That is the bird. Is the bird seen by you? The sentence will be remain unchanged. That it. Do you see the bird? It is interrogative sentence, and you should have to change it on mind as assertive. You see the bird. Is the bird seen by you? Here, if you have understood my rules of changing the voice, you will change the following sentences into passive form. He makes tea. Passive. We are listening our teacher. Passive. They were catching fish. Passive. Post the letter. Change the voice. Passive. However, this is in a nutshell about the change of voice, and we shall see on future. Thank you all.